Alright, let me read the text. A successful family business. It started with the courage of a young man, Abdullah Al-Hamid Al-Zamil, born in the small farming town of Unaiza, Saudi Arabia. Al-Zamil was determined to start his own business. To do this, he moved from Saudi Arabia to Bahrain and began a trading business. It was 1926 and he was only 19 years old. At first, he traded mostly food items and textiles such as material for clothing and bedding. In the 1930s, he started his company. Soon he decided to expand his business to include real estate, the buying and selling of land and buildings. He was a very successful businessman and his company grew quickly. Azaml expanded his business into other areas as well and built what was then one of the tallest buildings in Al Khubar, Saudi Arabia. Azamil had a large family and his 12 sons were always an important part of the family business. After his death in 1961, the sons continued to work together to keep the Zamil group going. They wanted the business to continue to grow in the spirit of their hard-working father, so they expanded into new areas. First, they invested in making parts for machines, and later they added the manufacturing of steel and glass. They worked to design new products and became experts in new technology. While running the company, Azamil's sons always remembered that their parents taught them to be modest, honest, hardworking, and respectful of older generations. The family makes decisions by consensus, that is, by making sure that everyone agrees before moving ahead. This practice helps keep a feeling of unity. Finally, demonstrating the sharp business sense that they shared with their father, Azamil's sons understand the value of taking risks from time to time. This, along with the strength in their close family relationship, has been a key to their success. Today, what began as a small family business over 85 years ago is now a huge corporation. The Zaml Group has more than 12,000 workers in over 60 countries. It also owns many different companies. They manage construction, shipbuilding, plastic, chemical, and and paint companies. They have bought some smaller companies and also work as a partner with other companies in India, Germany, and the United States. Their goal is to deliver high quality products and service around the world. It is difficult for a family business to remain strong over the years. The Zamels keep their company strong by separating the owners from the managers and by being very professional. It is necessary that the second and third generations prove their skills to do the job properly, says Khalid A. Zama. The next generation shouldn't have high positions just because they are sons of the owners. He adds clearly the success of the Zamel group is thanks to the strong leadership of the family members combined with strong family values. Alright, moving on to activity B. Circle the answer to each question. Question 1. What is the main idea of paragraph 3? And the correct answer is B. There is strength in family unity. Question 2. What is the main idea of paragraph 4? A. The business became a large corporation. And question 3. What is the main idea of the entire article? C. A family that works together can be successful. Moving on to activity C. Write the correct paragraph number next to each detail. A. Their father taught them to be hardworking from paragraph 3. B. The younger generation needs to prove their skills from paragraph 5. C. The Zamel group has more than 12,000 employees from paragraph 4. D. Zamel built one of the tallest buildings in Saudi Arabia from paragraph 1. And E. The brothers became experts in new technology from paragraph 2. Moving on to activity D. Complete the paragraphs below details from the reading. In 1926, Abdullah Al-Hamid Al-Zamil moved to Bahrain. There he began a trading business. At first he traded mostly food items and textiles. Before long he decided to expand his business and he became very successful. Later on his sons operated the business. They invested or invented in industrial manufacturing and worked to design. Number six is probably invested is better suited for this context. And work to design new products. Their father taught them to be modest, honest, hardworking, and respectful. He also taught them that it was a good idea to take risks. Today, the Zamel Group is a large corporation that owns many different companies. Next, in activity E, we need to answer the following questions. Question 1. How old was Abdullah Zamel when he moved to Bahrain? He was 19. 2. What contributed to the Zamel family's success? The success is thanks to strong family relationships, a feeling of unity, and sharp business sense. What ideas did Abdullah Zamel share with his children? He taught them to be modest, honest, hardworking, and respectful, and to take risks from time to time. 4. Why do you think the Zamel Group decided to work together with companies in the countries? They wanted to expand their business. And 5. Are the family owners also the managers of the business? Why or why not? No, they are separated to keep the company strong. Next, activity F. Number these events in the order in which they occurred. We'll start with the correct order. So E is number 1. Abdullah Al-Zamil began his trading business in Bahrain. D is number 2. Al-Zamil traded food items and textiles. A is number 3. Al-Zamil expanded his business to include real estate. G is number 4. After the death of Al-Zamil, his sons kept the business going. B is number 5. The business expanded into industrial manufacturing. H is number 6. The family business became a huge corporation. F is number 7. The Zamel Group began working with companies in other countries. And C is number 8. The company worked to separate the family owners from the company management. Moving on to write what you think. In section A, we have 2 discussion questions. So students need to discuss these questions either with each other or with their teacher. Here are some model answers or example answers, if you will. For example, question 2. What strengths do you have that help you when you're working in a group? A possible answer: when I work with a group of people, I am a good listener. I like talking with people and I am curious about what they think. I help each person participate. I'm also a good writer, so I often take notes for the group. In section B, you need to choose one of these questions and write a response. Now these are the same example answers. You may use them to help you out, but remember you need to express your opinion using your own words. Moving on to reading 2, the challenge of running a family business. In activity A, we have some words. We need to read the sentences and circle the answer that best matches the meaning of each underlined word. Number 1. For many parents, communicating with their teenage children can be a big challenge at this age. Children may not want to talk to their parents about their problems. B. A difficult thing that makes you try hard. 2. Thamer will be a great sports reporter because of his great enthusiasm for sports. B. Strong feeling of liking something. 3. My children depend on me to drive them to school. A. Need someone to provide something. 4. Ali's store isn't making much money. He's worried that it's going to fail. A. Be unsuccessful. 5. Ahmed's goals for the future do not include joining the family business. A. Things that you want to do. 6. Fatima is spending more time with her friends and less time studying. Her father is worried about her change in lifestyle. B. The way that you live. 7. My grandmother will pass on her jewelry to my mother. A. Give something to a younger person. 8. Jack still thinks he's going to become a basketball star. He needs to be more realistic about his career. B. Understanding what is possible. 9. Carl's responsibility at home is taking out the garbage. His brother has to set the table for dinner. B. Jobs or duties that you must do. 10. My cousin has a talent for writing. She writes wonderful stories. A natural skill or ability. Moving on to activity C. You need to skim the reading. Reading 2. Which paragraph gives an example of an actual family business? So if you skim the reading, you'll be able to answer this question, which is paragraph 4. Moving on to the reading section. The challenge of running a family business. In the United States, families own about 85% of all businesses. However, less than 30% of these companies last more than 20 years. The companies fail, and the owners can't pass on the family business to their sons and daughters. Why is it so difficult for family businesses to survive? One reason may be changing times. 50 years ago, many families owned local grocery stores, but today small family-owned stores cannot compete with large supermarket chains. Today, most mom-and-pop stores are a thing of the past. The way of life is another challenge in a family business. A successful company requires hard work and long hours. Younger generations may not want this lifestyle. They may want more freedom. In addition, sons and daughters may not have the same enthusiasm for the business as their parents. A successful family business depends on the family's strengths and talents. However, families also bring their weaknesses and personal problems to the workplace. Many families do not communicate well and they are not good at solving problems together. These challenges often cause businesses to fail. According to Professor Randall Carlock, these problems are common. He says being part of a family is very difficult. Being part of a family business is even more difficult. Love is important in a family, but love is not enough to run a family business. The business must achieve financial success. The Bancroft family is an interesting example. For 105 years, the Bancroft family owned the Wall Street Journal. It is one of the most famous newspapers in the United States, but there were many family problems. They did not communicate well, and they disagreed about many things. One person said that they couldn't even agree on where to go for lunch. The younger family members wanted the business to be more profitable. The older members thought the quality of the paper was more important than making money. In addition, the family let people outside of the family manage the newspaper. They did not take part in many important decisions. Finally, in 2007, all 33 of the Bancroft family owners agreed to sell the company. Although the business had lasted several generations, the Bancrofts eventually had to sell their company because they did not manage it well. In the end, many of their family relationships suffered. Many families dream of passing down their businesses to the next generation, but this requires careful planning and preparation. Good management is a key to success. All employees, especially family members, need to have clear responsibilities. Family business owners need to think about how decisions are made. Also, they should be realistic about the dreams and goals of the younger generation. Family businesses can be successful because of strong family ties, but to succeed for more than one generation, families need to manage their businesses carefully. Next, in activity B, read the statements and write true or false, then correct each false statement. Number 1. 50% of family businesses are passed down to the next generation. False. 70% of family businesses fail and the owners cannot pass down the businesses to their sons and daughters. 2. Most family businesses cannot compete with big companies. True. 3. A lot of family businesses want to pass down the business to their sons and daughters. Also true. 4. According to the article, love is enough to run a family business. False. Love is not enough. 5. The bankrupt family manage their newspaper by themselves. False. The family let people outside of the family manage the newspaper. Next, in activity C, look back at paragraph 1 in reading 2 to find the missing information for the sentences below. Sentence 1. In the United States, families own about 85% of all businesses. However, less than 30% of these businesses last more than 20 years. In section 2, you need to write each phrase from the box in the correct section of the pie chart. As you can see, the first pie chart, 15 businesses that are not family owned, 85 family owned businesses. The second pie chart, 70 family owned businesses that fail within 20 years, and 30% family owned businesses that last more than 20 years. Next, in activity D, look back at reading 2 on page 100 and 101 to find reasons why family businesses fail. You need to write 2 of the reasons below and compare your answers with a partner. The answer will vary and possible answers include family members do not have clear responsibilities. Another reason, families are not realistic about the dreams and goals of the younger generations. So here are 2 example reasons. Next, write what you think. In section A, we have 2 discussion questions that you need to discuss in a group. Question 2, for example, what do you think most small businesses fail in the first few years? Why do you think that is? An example answer, for example, small businesses can't afford rent. There aren't enough customers and the businesses don't make enough money. In section B, you have 2 questions. You need to choose one question and write a response. Remember, you need to write your own opinion and use your own words. For example, in question 1, what are the keys to making a family business successful? For example, unity and respect for each other's strengths are the keys to making a family business successful. Moving on to the vocabulary skill on page 103, using the dictionary, understanding grammatical information in the dictionary. When you look up a word in the dictionary, pay attention to the grammatical information. In addition to the part of speech, an entry may also tell you the following. If a noun is countable, which will be referred with C, or uncountable, which will be referred with U. If the plural of a noun has an irregular form, if an adjective or adverb has an irregular comparative form, if a verb has an irregular form. Looking up and understanding grammatical information about a new word helps you use the word correctly. For example, the word company is countable, its part of speech is a noun, and its plural form is companies. In activity A, you need to use your dictionary to answer these questions. Question 1. Which words are uncountable? So circle them. So you need to circle the following words which are uncountable: advice, darkness, furniture, happiness, information, luggage, news, police, and traffic. Question 2. What is the plural form of each of these nouns? Remember, you need a dictionary to answer these questions. A. Analyses. B. Cacti or cactuses. C. Children. D. Lives. And 3. What is the simple past form of each of these phrases? Break down is broke down, burst into, the same, burst into, and shine at, shone at, shone at. That's it, everyone. Thank you for listening and stay safe.